Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Beauty Tarot by Kachu again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find the link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys could tell by the title of this video is going to be about what are people finally realizing about you. So pile number 1, you're going to be the citrine crystal. Pile number 2, you're going to be the clear quartz crystal. And pile number 3, tiger's eyes crystal. So again, pile number 1, citrine crystal. Pile number 2, clear quartz crystal. And pile number 3, tiger's eyes crystal. So pause this video if you must and meditate on the card or the crystal that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi Pawan! Welcome to my channel. This is Beauty Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So my pal number 1, you picked the citrine crystal, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So my pal number 1, what are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you? What do we have here? We have the star. Okay, you could be in no craze here. Don't have to be. I'm glad people realizing that you are unique, that you are authentic, you're different, you're definitely influential, okay? A lot of people want to jack your style, copy your style, act like it's theirs. What are people finally realizing? We have the 8 of Swords. I'm not getting that you're in the 8 of Swords energy. It's more so with the 8 of Swords. Some people are finally realizing that you are someone who applies pressure. People are threatened by you, threatened by your work ethics, your presence, like triggers insecurity in other people. Okay, so what have people finally realized about you? Yeah, you are someone who loves yourself. You have a healthy amount of self-esteem here. People finally realizing that you are confident, you are sure of yourself. So if somebody's trying to come at you sideways or trying to talk crap or try to attack your self-esteem or attack your person, you're not going to budge because you know who you are. You're solid like that. What are people finally realizing? Wow, we have the 5 of Swords. Oof. You trigger people. Like, you trigger people's insecurities. You trigger them to want to argue, to want to fight, to want to compete with you. You set the bar really high. You are the competition. What are people finally realizing about you? Yes, you're extremely competent here with the Ace of Pentacles. You're very skilled and talented. You're capable with the Ace of Pentacles. You bring a lot of value with the Ace of Pentacles. That's what I'm getting here. And that's what people are finally realizing about you, like your competence, your skill sets. Because, like, I feel like your skill sets and your work ethics is different from what people are used to, or they were not expecting that from you, for you to have those like, I feel like you're very thorough with the Ace of Pentacles, and people may not have been expecting that from you. They were probably expecting something different because of your style, your quirkiness, but now they're realizing that you're someone who's extremely competent, okay, very capable, methodical. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the Page of Swords. You're extremely observant. You could clock your You clock anything, okay? With the Page of Swords, you pay attention to every little thing, every little detail. Nothing gets past you. People are finally realizing this about you. So the people that thought that you were playing the fool, or that you were like a fool, or like you were dumb or something, they're realizing that no, you are a lot smarter than they give you credit for with the Page of Swords. Like, you were clocking them the whole time. You saw their scheme. Okay, so what are people finally realizing about you? We have the Lovers, that you are somebody who stays true to yourself. Your values are in alignment with you, alignment with your desires, alignment with who you are to your core. With the Lovers, you could be a Gemini here. So we have two air signs. We have Aquarius and then we have Gemini. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Six of Pentacles, that you are someone who is generous. You have a big heart. Okay, you're resourceful. You have a giving heart. But what they're finally realizing about you is that there is a limit to your generosity, your charity. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles, is not overflowing where they could just take from you, and then you're never gonna say no. Maybe you may have said no to somebody because you realized that this person was taking advantage of you, and you put an ending to it with the Six of Pentacles. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Magician. Gemini again, Gemini Virgo energy, okay? So with the Magician, people are finally realizing that you are extremely competent. You're resourceful, so definitely resourceful, because we have the Six of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. And then now we also have the Magician Virgo energy again. Resourceful, capable, someone who works well within a team, the go-to person, but you've mastered the art of I don't know why I heard the art of attraction, but you know how to manifest things with ease with the Magician. And that's what people are finally realizing about you. It's not luck. It's just you and your competence in placing yourself at the right place at the right time. What are people finally realizing about you? You're a strategist here with the Magician. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the King of Swords. Yes, you are a lot smarter than people give you credit for. You're always 10 steps ahead of people. The way that you communicate, you're a great conversationalist with the King of Swords. But I feel like some of you may even have graduated with honors. You are in a position where you are a teacher, you are a guru, or a consultant with the King of Swords. So it could even be in the workplace where people may have doubted your skill sets because of the way that you look. You have a unique look with the star, or you don't fit the typical type, like people that have prejudices where they feel like, oh, because you're from this country, you're like this, like you're that type of person based on what they know. And that tells you people that think like that, they have let me be nice, okay? These people may be narrow-minded. They're not okay, yeah, they're narrow-minded. I'm trying to be nice. What are people finally realizing about you? So yeah, with the King of Swords, they're realizing that you exceed their expectations. Okay, because their expectations are so low, and those expectation, people like that have those expectations where they look at somebody and they say, oh yeah, you're like this, like how, like, that just goes to show, like, your level of intelligence is questionable. Let me just keep it like that. What have people realized about you? Ooh, okay. Queen of Wands, confident, powerful, self assured. You have amazing leadership qualities. You believe in yourself. That's why we have the Ace of Cups. Like, nobody can tell you who you are or label you or tell you that you're this type of person because you look like this. It's like, boy, bye. That's you. Okay? Whatever limitation is on you. What have people finally realized about you? We have the Page of Pentacles. People finally realize that you are someone who's always continuously investing in yourself, investing in your growth with the Page of Pentacles. You're always leveling up, okay? You're a lifelong student. What have people finally realized? Wow, we have the Queen of Swords. So somebody may have finally realized that you are their intellectual match. I'm telling you, this is somebody who's arrogant. This is somebody who judges people based on their appearance or based on their zodiac sign. Like somebody who says, oh, you're this zodiac sign, so you're like this. And it's like, okay, buddy, like if you really knew about like astrology, you would know how silly that sounds. Because it's like, okay, everybody has all the signs in their chart. It just depends on which house that sign falls into. So you saying somebody's like this because of that sun sign, I don't know, man. I'm questioning your intelligence. So what are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally? We have the Hangman. That you think outside the box, you're different. There's this uniqueness about the way that you operate, the way that you see the world. You see the world not just from one specific perspective, but multiple angles. Multiple angles. So you're broad minded. So you could definitely be a mutable sign. You're adaptable. You could be a Aquarius, Pisces, Cusper as well for some of you. What have people finally realized about you? Ooh, that you're a pioneer with the Three of Wands. You're a trailblazer. You paved the way for others to follow suit. This is what I'm getting here with the Three of Wands. What are people finally what are people finally realizing about you? We have the Emperor. Spouse. You're a natural born leader. You are a self starter. You are an initiator. Okay, you take charge. Even if you do not have a leadership position as of yet, you are somebody who exude leadership qualities with the Emperor. Some of you, you are working towards building your business. Continue. Okay, people are recognizing like the business, the boss in you. Even if they're not giving you your props, they could see it that you have what it takes to become a leader. You already have the skill sets, you already have the talent. You just need the title. The title is going to come eventually, but you already exude that energy. Some of you could be Pisces, Aries, Cuspers. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Seven of Cups. They're finally realizing that you are an individual who's multifaceted with the Seven of Cups. There's many avenues for you. You're not just one dimensional, you're multifaceted. And you also are an individual who was able to create multiple opportunities for yourself. You have different avenues that are open to you, and you're not limited to one path. Okay, then that's like your competitive advantage over a lot of people that could be in the same field as you. You have this little je ne sais quoi about you that, you know, it cannot be duplicated. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, Nine of Cups. Okay, my beloved one. A wish fulfillment. You always get your heart's desire. You're also someone who is happy on your own with the Nine of Cups. You always get your heart's desire, but you're also happy on your own. Like you do your own thing. You're satisfied. You are content with life. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, okay. Eight of Pentacles, work ethics, dedication. Mm-mm. You're the type of person that may have like a very strict routine. You're very methodical. Craftsmanship, like yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles, you're the best in your field. People are finally realizing this about you. They're finally giving you your props. Okay, you've been doing something for a very long time, maybe 10 years, 8 years. Yeah, like you've been in the game for a long time. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, you've been in that game for a long time, and people are finally giving you your props. Okay, maybe they were thinking at the beginning that it was a gimmick, but now they're realizing that no, you're the real deal. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the Hierophant. Yes. A guru. The Hierophant is a guru. He's the master. Okay? Like the Pope. The Pope is at the top. Nobody's higher than the Pope, right? In Catholicism, the Pope is the highest. He's the master. Like he's not blah. He's the one that people go to. Obviously, the other popes for advice, right? Well, not the other popes, but the other priests, like the other popes. Like that's the highest position that you could ever be. But the master, but this is also the scribe, okay? The person that holds the key to the knowledge, to ancestor knowledge, the pope, right? Because he's the one who, like, well, he doesn't know everything obviously, but he's the one who holds the key to so much knowledge, right? The books, all the books in the Vatican that we would never see. The Pope has access to that, right? So like you have access to ancient knowledge. That's what people are finally realizing about you, or you are extremely knowledgeable with the Hierophant. Okay, so what are people finally realizing about you? We have the Fool. You are someone who walks to the beat of your own drums with the Fool card. You could be a Taurus, Aries, Cusper for some of you, or Gemini, Taurus, Cusper. So what are people finally realizing? Yeah, that you are someone who is cultured, well versed. You have a lot of accomplishments under your belt with the World card. And again, the World is the four fixed signs, right? And we have Aquarius here, and we also have Taurus. So fixed energy, accomplished. You have a lot of experience under your belt, and you are someone who's extremely knowledgeable and a counsel. Okay, so what people are finally realizing about you? We have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, that you are someone who's passionate, somebody who's creative, somebody who's action oriented. You're driven. Okay, you haven't lost your drive or your zest for life with the Ace of Wands. You kept persevering. So maybe a lot of people in your age group, depending on how old you are, it doesn't matter whether you are younger or older here. People within your age group may be fascinated by your progress that you've made. They're realizing that you're always like on your own time, your own timeline, your own lane. What are people finally realizing about you? What are, ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. They're finally realizing that there's an anointment on your life, that things always fall on your lap. Again, the Wheel of Fortune also has all the fixed signs. Even though it's Sagittarius energy because it's Jupiter, it has all the fixed signs on the illustration. Something about fixed signs. Maybe some of you could be fixed signs here. So what are people finally, we have the Seven of Swords. What they're finally realizing about you with the Seven of Swords is that you are strategic. Didn't I say with the Magician? Yeah, you're always 10 step ahead of those people. Like the people that thought that they got you figured out, or that they knew you, or they knew how your life was going to be because based on their judgment or expectation, they're realizing that you're always 10 step ahead of them with the Seven of Swords. You outsmarted a lot of people from your past. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number one. Bye. Hi, pal two. Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So, my pal number two, you picked the clear quartz crystal, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number two, what are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you, my pal number two? Ooh, we have the Ace of Swords. They're finally realizing that you were telling the truth all along, that you're a truth teller. I heard whistle blower, but yeah, you're a truth teller with the Ace of Swords. You bring a lot of clarity. You're extremely intelligent. something about your wisdom, because we have the serpent. Okay, I know the serpent usually we say snake, deception, but also the snake is wisdom, right? Also symbolize wisdom. So you're wise beyond your years. You may have called out someone or a situation for what it was, and people didn't believe you at that time, but now they're seeing the truth or the clarity of the situation. Okay, what are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people finally realizing? Just one card. What are people? Ooh, we have the Six of Cups. Sweetheart. Innocence, purity. I'm telling you, you're being vindicated. Somebody may have told some lies about you or defamation of character. They were trying to demonize you or something, and people are realizing that no, you are the innocent party. The whole time you were telling the truth about someone. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Two of Swords. You may have made yourself emotionally unavailable to these people, or you're indifferent to the rumors about you, because I feel like there's some sort of rumor that's happening around, and you may have cleared, like something may have cleared your name with the Ace of Swords. Some sort of truth came to light, and now people are some feeling some type of way about like not listening to you or not trusting you, and you're indifferent, or they're realizing that you're unbothered, you're emotionally unavailable to their shenanigans. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Four Swords. Yeah, you put something to rest. You're no longer emotionally invested in this situation. People are realizing that you're not somebody who let the opinion of others affect your judgment or affect your self-esteem. With the Four Swords, like you put things to rest and you move forward with your life. Like you're all like, yeah, I can get like you're emotionally unavailable for the nonsense. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Strength card. Leo energy, okay? And if you are a Leo and it's your birthday today, happy birthday, okay? So with the Strength card, people are finally realizing that you are someone who's a sovereign individual. You are powerful, you're courageous, you're bold, and you're also influential. When you walk into the room, the energy shifts. The like people readjust themselves or behave in a way where your presence affects them deeply with the Strength card. Okay, you're someone that when people, like before you walk in, people are like comfortable or like sloppy, but with the moment that you walk in, like people adjust themselves. Like you really have a positive influence on others. We have the Four of Pentacles. People are finally realizing that you are somebody who's grounded. You protect your energy. You're not easily accessible. Some people may have thought that you were a snob because you were keeping your distance from others, but it's because you have strong boundaries here, and you only want the best people around you, people with the best intention. You may not have a lot of friends, my pal number two, but if you do have friends, it's like one or two, but they're real friends, people that you could trust, okay? Not people who's going to backstab you any chance they get for some chump change, okay? You know how some people, they're willing to switch sides at any moment if it benefits them. You have real people on your camp. You have real people, like, beside you. If you do have friends, some of you don't have any friends, you have a lot of acquaintances, but you keep people at arm's length with the Four of Pentacles for that reason. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Tower, that they don't really know you like that. That their expectations or their assumptions of you are false with the Tower, and that you are exceeding their expectations of you, that you are someone that has far more capabilities, far more value that they give you credit for, initially give you credit for with the Tower. You're impressive. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, you have a very positive, joyful disposition to you. You are a pleasure to be around. You're not fake, but you're also not like someone who's going to allow just anybody in your camp. They have to earn their position in your life. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles, independent, self sufficient, reliant, self made, extremely competent, capable, somebody who gets things done, gets ish done. You're not really flashy, because the King of Pentacles is not really flashy. The flashy one is like the King of Wands, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If the King of Wands is flashy, he just likes to be like seen or known for his achievement, right? He takes pride in his achievement. The King of Pentacles also takes pride of his in his achievement, but he's more so private about it. Like he's not gonna really broadcast about like what he's accomplished. He doesn't really like the spotlight like that, or he doesn't really need the spotlight like that. As long as the people that he cares about knows what he brings to the table and how he cares for them, that's what matters to the King of Pentacles. Okay, and people are finally realizing this about you as well. Okay, what are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, yeah, I agree. Emotionally unavailable. Two of Swords, Eight of Cups. Yeah, like emotionally unavailable, emotionally distant, like uninterested in drama. You're not invested. You're not reactive as well because we also have the Strength card. You're not reactive, so people could say or do things to you, and you're not gonna take the bait. What are people finally realizing? We have the Lovers. The Lovers came out for pile number one as well. So your values are in alignment. You could be a Gemini here, don't have to be. You could also be a Leo or a Scorpio, but don't have to be, okay? But with this energy, with the Lovers here, your values are in alignment. People are finally realizing this about you, that you don't do anything that is not in alignment with your higher self. If you feel like something is going to be compromising to your standards, you're not going to do it. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, you're a great judge of character with a Judgment card. You're discerning. Like you are someone who's constantly assessing your surroundings and the people around you. You're vetting. You know how to vet people very well with the Judgment card. What are people finally? Yes, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords came out for pile number one as well. You're strategic. You're always 10 step ahead of others. You're intentional in the information that you give. You are intentional in how you speak. Everything that you do has a purpose. You're not just walking through life like vaguely or just, in the moment. You're not impulsive. You're very strategic, very self-contained with the Seven of Swords. People are finally realizing this about you. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, you're action oriented. You're a bold individual. Whenever you set your mind on a goal, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it done. You're always winning. You're a winner. You're a natural born winner. You are someone who's like, defeat is not an option. Failure is not an option for you. It's never an option. You always find a way around your obstacles. Okay, so let's say if you're trying to achieve a goal, let's say you want a promotion, right? Even if you don't get the promotion the date that you wanted, let's say if you wanted the promotion this year, I'm just giving an example. If it doesn't happen this year, you're not gonna be like, oh man, it didn't happen this year, so I'm gonna give up on the goal. You'll be like, no, how am I gonna make it happen next year? What am I gonna do? What are the steps I'm gonna take to make it happen next year? How can I position myself to make it happen? That's how you think. And people are finally realizing this about you. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the Strength card again. What? Leo energy coming through. You're confident. You're courageous. You're bold. You take action. Like I said, Eight of Wands. You take inspired action towards your goals. Like I said, if it doesn't happen for you this year, you don't give up. Giving up is not an option. Failure is not an option for you. Defeat is not an option. You're never defeated. It's always a lesson learned for you. Okay? Always a lesson learned. And you get better with time. Okay? What are people finally realizing? Sorry about that, my pal number two. So, what are people finally realizing about you? No. What are people finally realizing? We have the Hermit card, Virgo. You could be a Virgo here, Virgo, Leo, Cusper. So, your birthday could be coming up soon at the end of August. I don't know. I heard Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson, I think his birthday is like August 29th or something. Maybe you love MJ. But there's something about you. People are finally realizing that you are someone who prefers your own company. You could definitely be a hermit or a recluse, or you go within to find the answer. You trust your own inner judgment, because the hermit, like, he isolates himself from society. He isolates himself from others. He takes the journey Right, and goes towards the road less traveled on his own. Though he doesn't look for outside influence, he goes within to find the answer. So people may realize this about you, that you are someone who prefers your own company, or you trust your own judgment. We also have judgment here. You may have, like, I really feel like you have strict routines here. Something about your routine, your everyday things that you do. Ooh, okay, Nine of Pentacles. Pile number two, Nine of Pentacles. Self-made, independent, self-sufficient, life of a luxury. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy as well. Could definitely be your Virgo. Don't have to be. Maybe you have Virgo in, I'm gonna like Virgo in the sixth house, or Virgo in, I'm gonna like the first house or something like that. You may like to, I feel like you love, or ninth house. I'm getting like ninth house, or like second house, like your money. Ooh, your money is up, my pile number two. Your finances are looking really good. That's what people are finally realizing about you, even though they don't know how much money you have, but they could tell like you live a life of luxury. Like you got that moolah. You have a rich aura. Even if you don't wear like jewelries, or you don't drive a fancy car or anything of that sort, there's something rich about your aura. People could sense that. They're realizing this about you, that you're good, like you never want for nothing, you never seem to be stressed or worried about money. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Eight of Swords. That you apply pressure everywhere you go. People are stressed. You are the blueprint. Like you apply pressure with the Eight of Swords. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, Five of Cups. There's an energy of disappointment. Maybe they realize who you are too late. People are finally realizing that once you get disappointed in someone, there's no going back. Like there's no reconciling. Once it's over, like once you decide that someone is not worth your time, or someone has betrayed you or doesn't bring any value to your life, you let them go and it's permanent. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Knight of Swords, that you're sharp, mentally sharp, quick on your feet, witty. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, okay. You're definitely bold. You're just not flashy, because the King of Pentacles is here. The King of Pentacles like softens like the fire in you. It doesn't mean that you're less passionate or driven, but your passion and your drive is not impulsive. It's like once you have an idea, you don't start too many things at once. Like you're someone who's very self-directed. People are finally realizing this about you. That's why you could do a lot of things on your own and accomplish greatness on your own with the Hermit card. Okay. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people finally realizing? Nine of Cups. Is that the second time the Nine of Cups comes out? No, it was pile number one. Wish fulfillment. You always get your heart's desire. Things always fall in, like, comes, blah. Things always go in your favor. Somebody does not want me to talk, and I know Mercury's not retrograding, so you always get your heart's desire. Your wish fulfillment. You are wish fulfillment for a lot of people. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, the Hierophant came out for pile number one as well. There could definitely be a message for you in pile one. It's not the same energy, but a lot of cards from pile number one came out for you as well. But they're realizing that you are a guru, you are a master at your craft, okay? With the Hierophant, you are a scribe. You're the best to ever do it. That's what people are finally realizing about you. Your You've mastered your craft here. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles energy. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles here. You're a master. Okay, you are someone that people look up to. You're the real deal. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Moon card. There's more to you than meets the eyes. Okay, people don't really know you like that. They think that they do, but they have no idea who you really are. Like all that you could accomplish. People try to place you in a box, but they can't. They're realizing that you're multifaceted. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people finally realizing about you? Oh, the Ace of Swords. Wow, we start with the Ace of Swords and we end with the Ace of Swords. You are the truth. You are the real deal. You're so honest. You're so real. You're raw with the Ace of Swords, okay? You speak the truth. You operate in integrity. You're not pretending. You're not a gimmick. You're not a fraud. People are finally realizing this about you. Maybe somebody like was trying to say that you are fake or you're pretending or you're not as skilled, as talented that you are, but they're realizing this with this energy here. You are a master at your craft. You're very strategic as well. Everything that you do is for a reason. And you let people talk. That's the thing. People are realizing that you don't really care about their opinion. With the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups, you're like, I'm good, yo. Whatever you say is whatever you want to believe. You're not going to defend yourself. You're not going to do that. You're going to let your talent, your skill sets, and your experiences speak for you. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my pal number two. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number two. Bye. Hi, pal three. Welcome to my channel. This is Talabidi Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So, my pal number three, you picked the Tiger's Eyes crystal. And this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number three, what are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you, my pal number three? Ooh, we have the Strength card. Leo energy came through for all three piles. Before your pile, my pile number three, your energy is like your confidence is something that people are finally realizing about you. Your courage, your boldness, okay, your sovereignty. People are finally realizing this about you, that you're someone who can stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need outside support, or you don't need people to tell you that you're great. You don't need their validation, okay? You're self validating. So, what are people finally realizing about you? Yes, that you are somebody who walks to the beat of your own drums with the Fool card. You are someone who stay true to yourself. You are a natural born leader, not a follower. What are people finally realizing? We have the Five of Swords. Ooh, you're not the one to be effed with, okay? Not that you would cuss somebody out. Like, I'm not getting that. Like, you can. With the Five of Swords, you could definitely cuss somebody out, right? You could tell them about themselves. You could hit below the belt, but it's not even that. People are finally realizing that you are not the one to be effed with, because you're not afraid to let them know what's up. To, to still to their level too, if need be, or to tell somebody off, or tell somebody about themselves with the Five of Swords. But you pick your battles wisely. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have this Seven of Pentacles. That you're someone who's dedicated to your growth, dedicated to your craft, dedicated to your abundance, okay? Your dedication is towards self improvement. You're very patient, you're meticulous, you put in the effort to build yourself from the ground up. You're not somebody who cuts corners. The reason why you have all the wealth, all the opportunities, all of the abundance that you have right now is because of your own merit. Like, you worked for it. What are people finally realizing about you? Nothing was handed to you. We have the King of Cups. You are emotionally intelligent. You're emotionally sovereign here. You're book smart and you're street smart. People are finally realizing this about you. You know how to assess or read a situation. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, Five of Wands. You're not afraid of competition. You're not afraid of putting yourself out there if need be. You're not afraid. People are finally realizing this about you with the Five of Wands. Okay, you're bold, you're driven, like you're willing to put in your best foot forward, and you're not afraid of like, yeah, you're not afraid of a little competition. People are finally realizing this about you. Maybe they thought that you were soft or like a pushover initially, but they're realizing that no, you're willing. Like maybe you played sports. Sports is really good. Everybody should play sports or be part of like a sports team, even if it's not professional, but just to teach you about how to compete. Okay, and I feel like you may have been in sports, or your parents put you in a sports camp or something like that, or sports league, soccer league, whatever it was. So that way you learn how to compete, you learn how to play the game, and get better, and become like, it's like character development. Playing sports, it's not just like moving your body, it's also learning how sportsmanship, like how to work with others, how to collaborate, especially like games like soccer or basketball, right? You have to play within a team. So like how to do that with the Five of Wands. What are people finally realizing about you? What do we have here? Ooh, we have the Star. Okay. Just like pile number one. I feel like all three piles have similarities, but the message is different. But you're extremely unique. You're authentic. You're original. And people are finally realizing this about you. You have this swag, you have this uniqueness, you have this je ne sais quoi with the Star. You have a healing vibe too. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Queen of Swords, like you're highly intelligent, highly motivated, a great conversationalist with the Queen of Swords. You may speak more than one language. You might be a polyglot here, so maybe you speak like 3 or 4 languages, or even more, like five, six. Maybe you went to school in linguistic or something like that. Some of you, I'm getting like foreign affairs. And if you speak multiple languages, like foreign affairs is really good because you could be an interpreter, translator, right? You can work in so many businesses like that, because if you speak more than one languages, you could act as a mediator between different, like, countries, political parties. So I feel like some of you have like high position like that, high ranking position with the Queen of Swords. People are finally realizing this about you, people that didn't know much about you, because I feel like you keep it quiet. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Ace of Cups. You have a healthy amount of self-love. You know your value, you know your worth. So you're not somebody who could be easily swayed or manipulated, or somebody who could be um coerced. Okay. What are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing? Ooh, we have the High Priestess. Intuitive, receptive, discerning. You're wise beyond your years. You know more than you let on. Like people are finally realizing this about you, especially with, like, going back to the Queen of Swords, how you may speak more than one language. So people may realize, like, let's say for instance, like you speak French, right? In Canada, it's easy to find somebody who speaks French because Canada is a bilingual country, right? French and English is the primary language of Canada. But let's say if you go to the States, not everybody speaks French, right? So maybe you met some people that were talking crap about you in French, and they figure out like you actually speak French too. Or let's say you speak Spanish, right? But Spanish is like it's kind of like French but for the US. So like Spanish is like a second official language. Like a lot of people speak Spanish in the States, right? So it could be something of that sort where some people may doubt or they don't know that you speak the language, so they be running their mouth, and then you're clocking them the whole time. You're very discerning with the High Priestess. It could be any other language. I'm just giving an example of two languages that, especially in North America, like French and Spanish is like the two second most spoken language in both countries, right? Spanish in the States, and in French in Canada. So it's like it's not hard to find somebody who speaks French in Canada. So what are people finally realizing about you? What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Independent, self sufficient, abundant, okay. Dependable, reliable. You're self made, but you're quiet. You have like, King of Pentacles is quiet wealth. A quiet wealth. Nobody knows the King of Pentacles is balling. Like King of Pentacles is like someone, like they wear the same clothes every day, they drive the same car, but they're loaded. Okay, that's the King of Pentacles energy. So what are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords. They're finally realizing that you are someone who operates well under pressure. Maybe somebody put you to the test and you pass with flying colors, especially with the King of Pentacles. Self restraint. Okay, with the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles, you're somebody who could operate in stressful situation. Maybe you work in sales, because sales, oh my gosh, sales is stressful. Okay, you have to make the sale. This is how you make your money. But sales could, like, if you're really good at, you're a great salesman, you could make a lot of money. So you could be in a stressful situation like that. It doesn't necessarily mean sales, but a type of position or career that requires a lot from you. Okay, a high stake position. It could even be like a VP or senior VP and so on and so forth. Okay, C-suite level. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Just one card. What are people finally? Ooh, you're discerning with the Judgment card. You're wise beyond your years. Yeah, you're somebody who clocks patterns. Like it's kind of hard to pull the wool over your eyes with the Judgment card. Extremely discerning. You have a lot of experience under your belt. So, what are people finally realizing about you? I feel like also with the Judgment card, it's also the fact that you might be younger than people expected, and then you're wiser than your peer group. You're definitely wiser, and people didn't expect that from you. What people are finally realizing about you with the King and the Queen of Cups, you're emotionally sovereign, emotionally intelligent. There could be somebody who is interested in you as well. This person is very fond of you. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, yo, the Hierophant came out for all three piles. Like when I tell you, the Hierophant is letting people know what's up. Okay, extremely knowledgeable. You're a scribe. That's what people are finally realizing about you. You know your stuff. You know your ish. You've mastered it. You might be the youngest person in your department or in your position. Like there could be other people within your same position as you, but you're the youngest one. You may have achieved this success, this level of success through sheer will and determination and Seven of Pentacles, like dedication. But you're the youngest one, and you might be the best one within your team. Like the other people, they got there because of seniority, not because of competence. They may have been in the company for like several years and they got the position, while you had to work hard for this position. But in a short period of time, you demonstrated, you showcased it, your skill sets and your talent with the Hierophant, and you know what you're talking about. Okay, you're not just running your mouth. Okay, so what are people finally realizing about you? We have the Seven of Swords came out for all three files too. My collective is strategic mind. Okay, with the Seven of Swords, intentional in how you speak, what you say and what you don't say. That's what people are finally realizing about you. You know more than you let on with the High Priestess and the Judgment card, but you are selective with the Seven of Swords of what you decide to share. Somebody does not want me to speak. Okay, you're very selective with what you share. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Star again. Holy moly. Okay, the Star is here twice for you, my pal number three. You are original. You are authentic. This is what I'm getting here. This is what people are finally realizing about you. You're influential too. Like you call the shots behind the scenes. Like you're not very, like your influence is subtle. That's what I'm getting here. People just take to you. People gravitate towards you. You don't have to be loud or convincing. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Knight of Pentacles. You're practical, you're grounded, you're methodical, you're loyal as well. You're meticulous, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like you got to where you're at today by being very precise, specific, methodical, consistent too. The Knight of Pentacles is a consistent energy. He doesn't rush the process, but he doesn't give up either, right? What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Ooh, Seven of Wands. Ooh. With the Seven of Wands, you're definitely going to stand your ground. You're going to protect what you've created, your assets. You're not a pushover. Somebody may have thought that because you're soft, okay? The King of Cups, Queen of Cups, right? They thought that you were soft because maybe you're soft spoken, or you're just somebody who is very mellow or, grounded. So they may have mistake that softness for weakness. And then with the Seven of Wands, they F around and find out the hard way. Because we also have the Five of Wands. They find out like you're not the one. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Fool again. Yeah, you walk to the beat of your own drums, okay? You are someone who follows your inner compass. You take leaps of faith. You trust your intuition. What are people finally realizing about you? We have the Six of Cups. There is definitely a softness about you with the Six of Cups. You're a sweetheart. But just because you're a sweetheart doesn't mean that you're a pushover, okay? Somebody find out real quick. They find out real quick that you're not the one. What are people finally realizing? We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, very sensitive, imaginative. There is a vulnerability to you, but this is only revealed to people you trust. There is that sensitivity to you, but if you don't trust the person, they're gonna get the Seven of Wands. What are people finally realizing about you? What are they finally realizing? We have the Four of Cups, that you're not easily impressed. Okay. They cannot just offer you a cup and you think they think you're gonna take it. Like you're not desperate, okay? You're not thirsty. Find out. What are people finally realizing about you? What are they finally realizing about you? What are they finally realizing? Ooh, bounce! That you're a natural born leader. That's what they're finally realizing about you. Natural born leader, self starter, initiator. Okay, this is what people are finally realizing about you. Yeah. But like I feel like your style, your leadership style is more collaborative, okay? You're not forceful or like dictator. No, not aggressive. More persuasive, okay? So what are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Self-made, self-sufficient, life of luxury, extremely competent. Okay, dedication. Nine of Pentacles is right after the eight, right? Eight of Pentacles is like craftsmanship, okay? Like Nine of Pentacles is luxury energy, self-made. This is what people are finally realizing about you. Like you got to where you are today through your own merit. Nobody handed like opportunities in a silver platter. No, you had to work for this. You had to earn this. And you worked really hard. And no matter what happens to you in life, you always gonna get back up and you get it again. If you lose it today, you're gonna get it right back tomorrow. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my pal number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 3. Bye.